everybody, this is dHunter bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to be looking at the Kenner Batman the Animated Series collection. Now there are a ton of animated figures that are made by Kenner and Hasbro. We've got Batman Animated Series, The Adventures of Batman and Robin, The New Batman Adventures, and then later Batman stuff, followed by Justice League and Batman Beyond, etc. I had to break this down into smaller categories. So I took all the figures I had that were specifically labeled Batman the Animated Series, whether they were from Kenner or the later Hasbro releases. Here they are all laid out on the floor. Now my collection is not complete. I believe I have all the single figures except for one Robin, but I'm missing a ton of vehicles and playsets unopened. In this video, we're going to take a look at each of the figures one by one. We'll check out the entire collection, and we'll check what I have loose from this line, which really isn't too much. So, hope you enjoy the video, and let's see how we got to this point. Before we dig into this video, let's take a quick look at my overall action figure collection. Here's when I had everything laid out in the house. So I think I've finally done it. I've unpacked all of the figures. As you can see here, we have the Diamond Select Toys Gotham collection. Here's a bunch of my Mezco unopened figures. Some more Mattel stuff. Here's the Legends of the Dark Knight line. This is the Batman Power Attack line. Sort of Batman Unlimited. All my Justice League Unlimited stuff. This is the entire DC Direct and DC Collectibles Arkham collection. Mattel's 1966 line. DC Superhero Girls. All the different NECA Batman figures. Some Target exclusive line. All the amazing Yamaguchi figures back there. Some Spin Master stuff. The Mattel Batman Missions line. Of course, in the very back, it's my entire comic collection with all the recent McFarlane releases in front. And above that, got a bunch of DC Direct and Mattel figures in the last several years. Moving on, pretty much the entire Mattel's The Batman line. Back here in the back, got my SH Figure Arts Batman figures. This side, we've got all the different Mattel Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins figures. Massive amount of piles. Back here we've got the DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series figures, and a lot of them are on top as well. Can't wait to get to that video. That one and the Arkham collection and DC Universe Classics. Some videos I'm really excited to do. Here are the Mattel figures. I can see the Batman Legacy, Batman Unlimited. It goes all the way from the original Batman line. Here's the Batmobile. And it's going to go all the way to DC Superheroes, DC Universe Classics, and Multiverse. A ton of figures. Great era with Mattel. Fun stuff. But I do like what McFarlane's doing. But I do miss these days, that's for sure. Going back to Kenner and Hasbro, ton of Batman Beyond, Batman the Animated Series stuff. I mean, that just seemed endless to go through, my word. Look at these piles of unopened figures. Batman Animated Series continues all the way back here. Absolute ton of stuff just stacked up. On top of this table here, got all the Mafex figures and a bunch of one-offs. Some Hasbro, some McFarlane, or Mattel rather, anniversary figures, amazing Yamaguchi, Kia Asima, all kind of different import type stuff. Then we've got JLA and Total Justice figures. And then on to all the rest of the DC Direct stuff. Bunch of DC Direct Batman related figures. Some more chill in the back here. And I filled up all these shelves temporarily, just storing all these DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And it's almost done. Here's the Mattel Batman Brave and the Bold line. I did not realize how extensive that got. And a ton more Brave and the Bold down here. Moving on again. Some old Toy Biz, Super Friends, and DC superhero figures. Leading into the Dark Knight collection. Then we'll go to the Batman Returns figures. And then, of course, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, there's a bunch of different Batcaves, and some more animated stuff in the back there. Let's start off by looking at Series 1 of the basic figures. We have Combat Belt Batman, Turbojet Batman, the Riddler, the Penguin, and Two-Face. As a kid, I definitely had Combat Belt Batman. I remember him very specifically. I remember that grapnel launcher. I actually have one of those as an adult. I'm not sure if I somehow got a loose lot of accessories or if I found the one from my childhood. I don't think I had Turbojet Batman. I definitely had the Riddler. I definitely never had Penguin, even though I really wanted him. Not sure how he slipped through the cracks back then. This Penguin looked a whole lot more like the one from Batman Returns than the actual figure from Batman Returns. And then Two-Face, I definitely had him. So, Combat Belt Batman. My packaging is a little beat up. You can see it's kind of ripped here where someone ripped the price tag off. Kind of annoying. Classic suit Batman from the animated series. The gray outfit. Not those ridiculous color schemes. He comes with a grapnel launcher, an extra utility belt, some handcuffs, and a missile launcher. Looks like you can alternate the missile and the grapnel from his missile launcher. Backside here, you can see the checklist is pretty small. Just 6 figures. Now I am missing Robin from Series 1. He comes with a really cool hang glider. I remember never having him as a kid either. Very cool figure. One of the more basic Robins out there. Great start to a great line. I had a lot of fun with these as a kid. Now let's look at Turbojet Batman. A little bit of a bigger package. He's got this large turbojet accessory with a missile launcher. You can see the sort of example at the top here with firing wrist, rocket, and pivoting engines. The backside, we have the same 6 figures. Now let's look at the Riddler. Now I very specifically remember having him as a kid with question mark launcher. You can see him up there using it. Now he came with a cane, which is fantastic. And he has this sort of question mark bazooka thing, which is ridiculous, but it resembles a question mark, so it's very appropriate at the same time. He's kind of pre-posed, and his arms were not in a very good position for playtime. The backside, you can see an example of how to use this question mark accessory. I mean, it's a pretty cool looking figure. Riddler in a suit, just like in the show. Here is the Penguin. Comes with an umbrella missile launcher type thing with Hypno Spin umbrella launcher. Very reminiscent of Batman Returns, the film. I do like this Penguin. Has sort of a cloth jacket, the monocle, the deformed hands. Very well done. Backside, quite a bit more figures. And then we've got Two-Face. Looks pretty cool. He's got a missile launcher there with firing roulette wheel gun. Backside, that simple checklist with those 6 figures. And I did mention having Combat Belt Batman as a kid. I don't think I have the figures as an adult, but somehow I have this grapnel launcher accessory, and it kind of works with your 6-inch figures. Here's Wave 2 of the basic Batman the Animated Series figures. Now this is based off the checklist I've been using. It's from a website I found. Best one I could find out there. I do find some contradictions, so it's possible some of this may not be 100% accurate. If there's anything wrong, or if anybody knows a great Batman action figure checklist out there, please drop me a line in the comments below. We've got Skydive Batman, Infrared Batman, Bruce Wayne, Man-Bat, Scarecrow, Catwoman, and the Joker. Now this line was very villain heavy, a ton of different characters, and I absolutely loved it as a kid. As a kid, I'm pretty sure I had Infrared Batman and Bruce Wayne. I definitely had Man-Bat, Scarecrow, Catwoman, and Joker. 2 thumbs up for this wave and this entire line. Very well done. So let's start off with Skydive Batman. You can see Skydive Batman, he's got that big sort of parachute with working parachute for surprise attacks. I actually might have had this as a kid. Seems very familiar. It's kind of like those old sort of Army Men with the parachutes. Backside, you can see the checklist getting bigger. Now some stuff I would love to have unopened. The Batmobile, the Wayne Manor compound. I believe there's also a Batwing here. Now we've got Infrared Batman with launching bat signal discs. He's got this armor with a face shield, launches those discs out. This very unique maroon color. You can see how his accessory works. And the big old checklist. I do like the Jokermobile and the Robin Dragster. Pretty cool to give some of the other characters a vehicle. Here's Bruce Wayne with snap-on Batman armor. Now they always do a bad job making these figures work good because of course the armor on top of the figure is going to be even bigger. Always looks kind of weak and oversized. He had this little bat gadget and then leg, arm, chest, and mask pieces. Backside, we got this whole checklist. You can see Bruce Wayne out of the suit and in the suit. Now let's check out Man-Bat, one of my personal favorites. He looks just fantastic. Man-Bat with flapping wings and tow cable. He has this tied up cable here. Can work great, double up as a grapnel for Batman or Batrope. But Man-Bat himself is absolutely fantastic. Big wing spread, got the pants on. That very unique look to the animated series Man-Bat. I love it. I remember having this when I was a kid. It was always a little bit difficult to stand up, but very fun. You can see he can flap his wings with a little button on his back. Then here's Robin being dragged by Man-Bat with his cable. And then the checklist. Now let's look at Scarecrow. Scarecrow had a few different looks in the animated series and the new Batman Adventures. This was the look he had predominantly, and I like it a lot. Very similar to the comics. You can see Scarecrow with a scarecrow on his arm and his scythe with thrashing sickle. Very appropriate accessories for him. Backside, you can see how his arm can spin around. And if you shine light through his head, his eyes light up. Kind of like if you had fear toxin looking at him. Then we have the checklist. Here is Catwoman. Fantastic figure. I really like how they capture the likenesses from the show very well. She has this giant claw. She has Isis and a whip with whipping arm action and a claw hook. Absolutely love that they came with Isis. Very cool. I really want to track one down so I can have a loose Isis from the set. Backside, you can see she has a whipping arm and some pretty cool accessories, although quite oversized. And the checklist. Then we've got the Joker with laughing gas spray gun. He comes with this gas mask. I remember really liking that. Fits on his face, looks pretty cool. And it's this very large, oversized spray gun. I believe you can suck up water and spray it out. Backside, you can see him using the accessory. Yes, fill up with water and spray it out there. And I have the Bruce Wayne loose. I used to get all the different Bruce Wayne and civilian attires, Bruce Wayne to Batman type figures. And I've got Man-Bat loose. Man-Bat sits with all the other Man-Bat figures on his Man-Bat shelf still. Here's wave 3 of the Batman the Animated Series basic figures. We've got Lightning Strike Batman, Night Star Batman, Ninja Robin, Mr. Freeze, and Clayface. As a kid, I definitely had Ninja Robin. I very specifically remember getting him. He had that cool ninja mask that could come on and off. Pretty sure mine ripped over time. Don't think I had Mr. Freeze, although he's definitely a good-looking villain. And I definitely had Clayface. He's arguably my favorite figure in the entire M8 series line. So let's look at Lightning Strike Batman. Lightning Strike Batman with transforming cape glider. You can see he's got this cape glider. Presumably it's going to open up so it'll look like this. Backside, you can see how this accessory works. It does open up. It can double up as a cape, a shield, and a parachute. Then we got the checklist. It's got that awesome Batwing, Batmobile, Batcycle. The vehicles were just so cool. Next we have Night Star Batman with Starblade rocket launcher. Batman with a rocket launcher, definitely not my thing. Ninja blades, mildly cool. You can see how the accessory works. Load on his back, load with missiles, and that checklist. Here is Ninja Robin with chopping arm action and ninja weapons. He had some pretty cool accessories. I really like this figure. More or less a traditional Robin, just a little bit tweaked. You can see he's got that arm action going on, and the checklist. Here's Mr. Freeze, one of the best episodes of the M8 series, with firing ice blaster. He looks like a classic, iconic animated Mr. Freeze. I think his accessory would suck up water and shoot it out. And yes, that is correct. And there's a checklist. Here is Clayface, large and in charge. The cool, different weapons on his hands. Clayface with launching spike ball. Figure was kind of hollow. You could squeeze him and it would shoot air, and his sort of spike ball would launch out of his arm. You can see how the accessory works. It actually worked pretty good. You could also sort of shove Batman's face into his arm when a spike ball was out. Clayface is the only figure I have loosed from this wave as an adult. And over time, they did release 3 different paint variations of this Clayface. Of course, I had to grab them all, being a huge Clayface fan that I am. Here's Series 4 of the basic figures. Only 3 figures. I'm a little skeptical. Like I said before, I don't fully trust the checklist I've been using. Definitely looking for a better one. We've got Antifreeze Batman, Dick Grayson, Robin, and Poison Ivy. As a kid, I didn't have any of these figures. I definitely would have liked to have had the Dick Grayson in civilian attire and the Poison Ivy. So let's look at Antifreeze Batman. Antifreeze Batman with a firing shield blaster. He's got this giant sort of bat shield with a missile launcher and this headpiece. And of course, he's in his white suit to fight Mr. Freeze. On the back, you can see how the accessory works. He's got a headpiece, missile launcher, and the shield. And there's the checklist. Here is Dick Grayson Robin. Transforms into Robin with high-tech gear. Would be pretty cool. He's got the removable cape, some snap-on boots, some chest armor with this Robin logo. Here, he's in civilian attire, no mask. It says DG on his shirt. Dick Grayson. Didn't have this. Definitely would have liked to have. Back, you can see Dick Grayson in and out of the suit. And here's Poison Ivy with snapping Venus flytrap and dart weapon. In the show, she had a little wrist crossbow like this, and it's pretty cool to have that plant accessory that can chop on your Batman. Backside, you can see her holding both the accessories and the checklist. Here's Series 5. Some of the figures have a different kind of blister on the front. Typically, they're square-shaped, pretty straight edges. A lot of these don't follow that pattern. You can't really stack them in piles upright on the floor. We've got Rapid Attack Batman, Tornado Batman, Radar Scope Batman, Cyber Gear Batman, Bullet Trap Robin, Glider Robin, Killer Croc, and Bane. Here's a look at Rapid Attack Batman. Rapid Attack Batman with escape hook and utility belt. It's pretty much a repaint of Combat Belt Batman, and it has a better painted grapple. I don't have this one loose. Wish I did, it's pretty cool. Backside, you can see all of his accessories. He's got handcuffs, a belt, grapple launcher, and then the checklist. Here is Tornado Batman with whirling weapon. Color scheme kind of odd. Silver, blue, black. This twirling weapon, pretty stupid. Backside, you can see how it all works. And the checklist. Now check out Radar Scope Batman. Radar Scope Batman with firing missiles and a sky scan radar gear. He's got this giant sort of radar dish and cape, and it got a missile launcher that attaches to the top. Here's how his accessory works, and a bunch of other figures. Starting to see some new vehicles. See this camo thing here, little ice hammer thing. Here's Cyber Gear Batman with high-tech armor and power launch weapon. Interesting, sort of gold camo colored. You can see the accessories attached to him. Got some snap-on armor. Then we've got the checklist. Now let's check out Bullet Trap Robin. When I read Bullet Trap Robin, I thought he might come with some cool bullet accessory with whirling battle blades, but it's this giant, ridiculous, oversized thing, and his outfit is very odd as well, not screen accurate by any means. Here's the accessory and the rest of the figures. Here's Glider Robin, winged jetpack, and firing claw. Looks like the wings are going to sort of come up and spread out here. He also has a missile launcher, kind of an armored look. Don't really like the color scheme here. Here's the accessories and the other figures. Here is Killer Croc with power punch arm and pet crocodile. Pretty cool figure. I really like the Killer Croc episodes, and a very appropriate accessory. Backside, here he is wrestling with Batman and holding the gator and the other figures. And finally, here's Bane. Bane with body slam, arm action, and venom tube. He's got the venom tube attached to him, comes with a pretty cool steel bar. His arms would go up, and you'd sort of squeeze them, and they would shoot this steel bar forward. Backside, you can see his action feature and the rest of the accessories. I was always very fond of Bane from the animated series, and this figure looked very good. I will say, of all these figures, I'm pretty sure Bane is the only one that has a kid. I didn't have Killer Croc, but I definitely would have enjoyed him. And as an adult, I somehow have both Killer Croc and Bane loose. Now let's look at the Crime Squad series from Batman the Animated Series. These are essentially some additional heroes with some kind of oversized accessories. They're pretty cool. I don't believe I had a single one of these as a kid. We've got Land Strike Batman, Air Assault Batman, Sea Claw Batman, Stealth Wing Batman, Piranha Blade Batman, Torpedo Batman, and Ski Blast Robin. So let's check out Land Strike Batman. He's in sort of black and yellow camo colored. You can see Crime Squad. Land Strike Batman with transforming Technoclop backpack. Giant oversized accessory, kind of goes on his back or head. The back, you can see how the accessory works. And here's a checklist of some more Crime Squad figures. Here is Air Assault Batman with transforming Techno Wing backpack. This accessory seems familiar to me. I have one of these Don't think it has the Crime Squad logo on it though. He's in sort of a sky blue, white, and black batsuit. Kind of odd. You can see how the accessory fits on him. Pretty cool accessory. And the rest of the figures. Here is Sea Claw Batman. Sort of a scuba underwater Batman. With transforming techno dive backpack. He's got this oversized backpack with a missile launcher. It'll attach over the figure. Yellow outfit. Here's the accessory and the rest of the figures. Then we have Stealthwing Batman with transforming techno flight backpack. Sounds very familiar. In a black sort of camo outfit with black and gray. Giant oversized glider and backpack. Here's the accessory and some more of the figures. Now for Piranha Blade Batman. What an interesting name. With transforming techno shield backpack. He's in this sort of red and black, sort of digital, sort of looking camo. Large backpack. You can see how it fits on him. Backside. How the accessories work, and some more figures. Now for Torpedo Batman with transforming techno torpedo backpack. This is just getting ridiculous. Color scheme, interesting. Large backpack, very similar. Accessory, more figures. And here is Ski Blast Robin with transforming techno ski backpack. His accessories, some more figures. Here's an old 2-pack of basic figures. We've got Ninja Power Pack, Batman and Robin. It's pretty much a repainted Ninja Robin and Nightstar Batman. Except Robin has worse colors, and the Batman has better colors. Decent accessories, although the sort of missile launcher stars, a bit ridiculous. Backside, you can see how all the accessories work. And there's a pretty nice checklist. Here are the deluxe figures. We have Ground Assault Batman, High Wire Batman, Mechwing Batman, and Power Vision Batman. The deluxe figures, pretty much a Batman figure with a large oversized deluxe accessory. Ground Assault Batman with a motorized turbo powered ground jet. Looks like a little hoverboard type thing. It's purple, has a missile launcher. Deluxe Crime Fighter Edition. Backside, you can see how the accessory works. And of course the checklist. Here's High Wire Batman with quick escape cable wire. He's got a little suction cup. You can attach him and use it sort of like a zip line. Back, you can see how the accessory works and the checklist. Then we've got Mechwing Batman with mechanized soaring wings. He has these wings that'll stretch out. Giant glider, very cool accessory. Pop-out wing action. Here's the accessory, how it works. Also has a missile launcher at the top. Then of course, this checklist. And finally, we have Power Vision Batman with electric light-up eyes and firing glow-in-the-dark missiles. Allegedly, his eyes light up. Not really seeing how that works. Electric light-up eyes and bat symbol. Looks like it does have some batteries in there, so I guess it does have some light-up features. Pretty cool. Now let's look at a couple vehicles. These two vehicles are the standard blister card package. We have both the Batcycle and the repainted Crime Squad Batcycle. So I absolutely love the way the Batcycle looked in the show. The signature lines in front of the wheels, that helmet he always wore. These did have pre-posed Batman figures stuck to the Batcycle, and I absolutely hated that. I do get the way their legs are designed, they kind of had to do that, but I would have loved to have had a separate Batman that could come off the Batcycle with a removable helmet. Turbo sound with wheelie action. Backside, you can see Batman on top. You can sort of spin him, and allegedly you can do wheelies. I call BS on that. I had this thing as a kid. I don't think it could do wheelies, but it could kind of drive forward. Then we have a repainted version, purple and silver camo colors. Got the Crime Squad logo on both the bike and his arm. Kind of a dumb repaint. Part of the Crime Squad series. Now let's look at the vehicles that I still have sealed in the original packaging. I've got the Hoverbat, the Jokermobile, the Bruce Wayne Street Jet, the BATV, Batman all-terrain vehicle, and the Robin Dragster. Here's the Hoverbat. You can see a little hovercraft in kind of a smaller box. The Hoverbat has a little claw to catch Two-Face with a capture claw and missile launcher arm. Here's an example of the vehicle in the package. Backside, you can see the action feature. Batman is sort of catching Two-Face and some other figures. Here is the Jokermobile. Very cool. I mean, it's a little bit small for the figure, but very cool to get a vehicle for a villain. More importantly, the Joker with pop-up guns and launching smile missile. Here's an example of how the vehicle looks. Here are the action features. Missile launcher, it sort of comes up, exposes that, shoots, and a bunch of other figures. Then we've got the Batman the Animated Series, Bruce Wayne Street Jet. Comes with an exclusive yellow Bruce Wayne. It's very much similar to the custom coupe from Batman Returns. Put Bruce Wayne here, you can sort of press a button or pull it and it'll flip him to Batman. Switching the suit in the vehicle. Exclusive Bruce Wayne. Switches to Batman, has missile launchers. Backside you can see the action features. Got Bruce Wayne in there. Sort of press something and it flips it to Batman. I always thought that was so cool. Here's the BATV. Converts to street racer, to launching cruiser, an armored vehicle with a missile launcher. Here's how it looked out of the package. Here are the action features, missile launcher, the armored front, and a bunch of other figures. Then we've got the Robin Dragster. Never had anything like this in the show. Sort of gets larger onto the wheels. Here's how it looks out of the package. Here are the different action features. It can rise up, shoot some missiles, and a bunch of other figures. Of those unopened vehicles, I have both the Jokermobile and Bruce Wayne's Street Jet open. I had to get the Jokermobile. You don't get a lot of Joker vehicles. And then the Street Jet, I wanted to have a civilian car for Bruce Wayne, although this thing doesn't quite accommodate my collection nowadays. This Street Jet is sort of a very dark blue, and the one from Batman Returns is solid black. In addition, I also have this Bat-Signal Jet and the Batmobile from the animated series. Had to have the Batmobile. Would love to have that version of the Batwing, but I had to settle for the Justice League version. The Bat-Signal Bat-Jet actually works pretty good for 6-inch scale figures, and it shines a bat signal on the wall, although the batteries are long dead on mine. I also have this 4-pack. This is from Hasbro. It's many years later when Hasbro sort of acquired Kenner. I'm sure they acquired all the Batman series molds, but in this video, I put anything that had the Batman the Animated Series label on it. This Arkham Asylum escape pack has Batman, Two-Face, Poison Ivy, and Harley Quinn, but more importantly, it has that really cool Arkham Asylum sort of gate or entryway there. It's an absolutely fantastic piece, although it pales in comparison to the Diamond Select version. As you can see, Batman the Animated Series, Arkham Asylum escape. You can see the entryway in the back there. Batman, Two-Face, Poison Ivy, and Harley Quinn. On the back, just a little description of each one, no checklist. And of course, you can see the Hasbro logo instead of Kenner. I do have that Arkham Asylum gate, although the one I have is gray instead of black. The one I have came with a single release Two-Face. So there you have it. That is episode 7 of dHunters Batman and related unopened action figure collection. This is the Batman the Animated Series episode. The next episode is going to feature the adventures of Batman and Robin. It's pretty much the exact same action figure line, but the show tweaked its name, and the action figure line did the same. Exact same style of figures, but there were just too many to do all at once. There are going to be probably at least 4 episodes to cover these animated series figures. That's not even counting Justice League and Batman Beyond. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure collections and action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. This is dHunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.